the whole idea about this Apocalyptica adventure started when I, some years ago, went down to Madrid to see the show Apocalyptica. I had some kind of crazy idea in my head that we could actually do something together with them. Because the music of Sabaton has a lot of symphonic elements, and Apocalyptica is a very obviously symphonic band.
For us it was really kind of like an honor that the band of that level would approach us and would show their interest to us. And from the first moment on, we were really excited for the possibilities that we saw, that how this could be actually just more than a support tour.
So I went down to Madrid, I saw the show, and I got lots of ideas there. And I started to talk to the guys after the show, and they seemed very excited about it. And after that began a long procedure that took a long time to discuss what exactly we're gonna do and what other stories. And it resulted in the idea of the release of Fields of Verdun, completely done by Apocalyptica. And it went on and on and on with more and more projects.
As the drum roll started on that day, like 100 miles away, a million shells were fired, and the green fields turned to grey. The bombardment lasted all day long, yet the forts were standing strong, heavily defended. Now the traps been sprung and the battle's begun, descending to darkness. 303 days below the sun, fields of Verdun.
Exciting on this tour, or the most exciting part of this tour that we are doing together with Amaranthe and Sabaton, is that it's an event. It's not like three bands would play just one band after another. It's actually way more, and it's a more thought out entity than I've actually ever heard that any other band would have thought of. We have done a version of Sabaton track prior to their album release, which is kind of strongly related to this tour. We are going to do some very special event during the every evening show, which is something also not too typical to do. And everything kind of like intertwines within this evening. And it's just a brilliant thought. I think it's musically super exciting and inspiring, and something that audience could not even expect to get. So I think they will be really surprised in a positive way.
We also ensured that Apocalyptica would be playing at the SABATON Open Air Festival, and meanwhile they were already visiting our hometown Falun in Sweden, where we have the festival. We thought about the idea to rehearse together, to practice together, to come up, to do arrangements together, and we spent a few days there together working on different song ideas, and it resulted in the ideas for the Angels Calling, to mention one song. Obviously doing something like this has a lot of input. I mean, we are a lot of musicians who have a lot of different ideas how it's gonna sound, how it's gonna look like, and we all have to come to some kind of agreement in the end to make everything work for everybody in a good way. And there are so many elements to add when we are two rock bands that's gonna be added into one.
Snipers are moving on the scene. Fight for land to lose it again. Shrapnel is filling the air. Hell on earth that clenches mean death. Better keep your head down low. Charge the lines, the ultimate test. It's a synchronized sacrifice.
The setup we are having on this tour, that we get to perform together with Sabaton, is really exciting for us. We as a band and as musicians, we have always felt most excited when we can create something new, when we can challenge ourselves. when we can challenge our fans and listeners. And now with the Sabaton songs, surely their music has got elements that our music doesn't have, so it makes us to be able to even to kind of like give more from ourselves and find more sides from ourselves. And it's always great to adapt to other people's music. Then you need to listen to them carefully. You need to kind of like go deep into their lyrics, to go deep into their soundscape and all that, and that gives great ideas. Like also for us when we create new music ourselves, that's a learning process, and that's for me part of being a musician, that you're never ready. You take influences wherever you go, you learn from people, you learn from situations, and now again here I speak as the possibility to create music together with them. It's a fantastic thing, and there will be news sometime soon that it's a fruitful thing what we are doing now.
There are some people who are afraid, like, it's not gonna sound like Sabaton anymore, but don't worry, the songs are just a little bit reinforced by the power of Apocalyptica, and we think that this sounds absolutely amazing, and nobody needs to be worried that we have completely changed the whole setting and the whole sound, but expect to hear something that you have not heard before.
When you tour with bands, and especially when you're in a support slot, quite often there are moments when you feel that, not that you would not be wanted, but there are moments when you feel that you are on the way, or that there is kind of like, you are in a position where you feel a little uncomfortable. But here on this tour, Sabaton has made sure that it's like one family, and we really feel that we are invited, we are part of the event, we are wanted and needed, and that makes us feel really, really home and good. Maybe it's a Scandinavian thing, it's like them being Swedes as Finns, so that we share something in our mindset.
Heaven earth, the trenches mean death. Keep your head down low. Charge the lines, the ultimate test. It's our synchronized sacrifice. When the bullet hits its mark, know your timing has been served.
The tour together with Sabaton will be very special. It's a wonderful combination of three bands getting to make music together, to get to collaborate together, to meet all our fans, to invite everybody into one event, and musically it will be really great variety of different styles of metal music, and I think the whole evening will be just really warm, really wonderful, and we could not be happier so far. Tonight is the first night, so it's a great journey about to begin.
All right, Helsinki, we're Sabaton, and this is Ghost Division!
Fast as the wind, the invasion has begun. Shaking the ground with the force of 1,000 guns. Great war, and I cannot take more. Great tour, I keep on marching. I pay the great score. There will be no encore. Great war, the war to end our wars.
Aha! Paparazzi on the move. So the European leg of the Great Tour has started. And
What a start!
Yeah, I would like to say that.
Damn! Finland rocks!
Kiitos Helsinki.
Well, Helsinki, that was fucking amazing. Thank you so much for coming out. We had a fucking blast premiering this great tour in Europe, in your beautiful country. So, kiitos, 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 kiitos. Thank you.
Helsinki!
Me, Chris, and Joachim just off the gig.
Kiitos paljon.
We thought of the gig, Joachim.
And you look so fresh. I'm so surprised.
Apparently we look fresh.
Yes, you do.
I don't feel fresh,
I
but
don't feel fresh at all.
if
thank you.
someone says we look fresh, I feel fresh.
What? Yeah. And now over to something completely different.
Now for the
How
weather.
was the audience?
The audience was fantastic.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Kiitos
Sold
Suomi.
out show. Hartwall Arena. Mwah. Thank you.
Kiitos.
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 Kiitos paljon.
Kippis.